Hello, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Vanessa's Journeys. Hello, hello, and how are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Lots have happened since we last talked. Actually, lots has happened since last year. Facebook Memories was showing me some things that happened last year, and last year at this time, I was preparing to go to France for my birthday. Who would have thought a year ago that this year I would have bought a house and I would have been remodeling my driveway and getting a new gate so that I can park my car in my driveway? Wow, that's just amazing how much God has been working. So that is the gate update. I am remodeling my gate, and here I'll show you. Let me get down my kitchen stairs here. I'll show you the process. They have the frame up. So the frame is up, and they're going to be working on the driveway to get the driveway ready for me to park my car in it. And hopefully by next weekend, it'll all be ready. I don't know. I still owe about $2,000 to get everything finished. So if you'd like to help donate to that, that would be just wonderful. That would be awesome. And what else is going on? Well, we've been harvesting grapes. Here, I'll show you see these grapes? We've been harvesting all these. These are the sweet grapes here. These are sweet grapes up here. And the grapes go up here, and they go along there, and then they go along the back 40, which I can't show you right now. We've been harvesting grapes, and a friend of mine came and got grapes and cut them, and he's making them into wine. I have some grapes stored in the barn behind me. Let's see if you can see the barn behind me. And I'm going to make some juice. I found my juicer, so that'll be a lot easier than trying to do it by hand. So that's the yard update. I hired somebody to come and do a little yard work. He's done a little bit, and I hope to have him come and do more. Yeah, the sides need to get cut, and like the sewage area needs to get cut. I wanted to tell you the reason that the price is so high that I need to finish on the gate is because they found a pipe underneath the driveway that is a sewage pipe that rusted out. And they can't replace the driveway, finish remodeling the driveway until that pipe is replaced. And so that drove the price of all the repair in the driveway up to another $2,000. Yeah, if anybody would like to help with that, that would be greatly appreciated. You can send it to Calvary Fellowship, not Calvary Fellowship anymore. Montlake Church, they changed the name, same church, different name, or to my PayPal. Either way, be great. It doesn't have to be one person. It could be several people. Small amounts, big amounts, anything is appreciated. What else is going on? In the village, we've been celebrating birthdays. I had 2 birthdays in the village this last week, and then next week we'll have at least 3 more. So it's birthday season in the village, which includes mine. Mine is Friday. That's tomorrow. No, that's the day after tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, I'm driving to Romania. That's right, Romania. I have never been to Romania. Of course, I went to Austria, but I've been to Austria before, but I'd never driven to Austria. And I went to Croatia for the first time and Italy for the first time. So now we're adding Romania to that list of things. I'm picking up our visiting pastor and his wife, and we're driving back. And I might be bringing in a little bit of humanitarian aid. I'm not quite sure about that. We've had some logistics as far as cars and who's picking up who. And I was picked to pick up these people. I think I just made a rhyme. Pick to pick up. Say that 3 times fast. Pick to pick up. Pick to pick up. I've been watching some of my videos from last year, and I crack myself up. I kind of ramble like I am now. What else is going on? My classes are going really well, my individual classes. And my kids are reading and talking, and they're doing really, really well. In the village, they're coming along a little slower pace, but it's harder when you have a group of 6 as compared to one-on-one. Pray for the kids in the village. Some of them get a little bit rambunctious, you might say. I've had a couple of rambunctious kids, and we've moved them around, so hopefully things will calm their rambunctiousness down. Please be praying for my mom. Last month or month before, I don't know. I don't remember exactly when. It was before Austria. She became ill, and she had to go to the hospital. She has been in 24-hour medical care. She moved from the hospital to 24-hour medical care. She's doing better. She's getting stronger. She's eating again, which is good. That's very, very good. And complaining about the food. Now, in my opinion, when the patient starts complaining about the food, it's time to go home. So we're hoping that she'll be home by her birthday, which is the end of this month, end of October. And I will be able to call her on her birthday and wish her a happy birthday. So she is not walking anymore, at last I heard. So I'm hoping that she's gotten enough strength back to at least walk a little bit. She won't be able to return to her former lifestyle where she's traveled any place and anywhere. That's been kind of come to a halt. She'll be 88 this year, 88. So congratulations to my mom, a little early. And what else is going on? We've had village classes, my individual classes, my pastor, Joel Sterling Brown. He is in America. He's been in California, and I believe he is in Mississippi or Florida. I can't keep track of where he's been. He flew somewhere out of California with his kiddos. They took a red-eye flight, and both kiddos were, there's a picture of them, both kiddos were wide awake for the red-eye flight, and as soon as they got going, little Jolik, bong, he was out of it. And by the time they landed, they were both the kiddos were sleeping. But then they did a long drive to meet up with his wife, Katya, who was in Albuquerque. And then he's going to fly to, drumroll please, Seattle. He will be in Seattle on Friday through Monday. He flies out Monday morning. He will be sharing at Montlake Church on Sunday at both services, at the 9 a.m. and the 11 a.m. service. And he will also be doing a little meet and greet, you might say, with some sharing after the 11 o'clock service, I think in the coffee bar area. I'm not quite sure, but it's easy to find. I will put the address of the church down below in my newsletter. So if anybody in the greater Seattle area, not just Montlake area, and not just Mount Lake Terrace area, but in the greater Seattle area, including the islands, would like to come and hear what he has to say about how we have been serving the refugees and the humanitarian out to many different other cities, and what we've been doing since the war began. He has a lot to share. So yeah, come on out and hear. I'd be blessed to know that you're there, and he would be blessed to meet you. To meet anybody that knows me. But it's not about me, it's about God, and it's about what God has been doing here in Ukraine, in Mukachevo, through Living Water, through our church. And he's been doing a lot and continues to do a lot. Our refugee centers are still open, and we'd like to keep them open at least through the winter, if not beyond. So that's one of the reasons why Joel is there, to raise money to keep the refugee centers open. This is important, as Russia this winter will probably start shelling and bombing our electro energy centers again, which will cause our blackouts. It will cause more people to come west because we have more electricity than they do. And this means that our centers will be full and possibly overflowing. God knows. So please be praying for Joel as he travels to Seattle, Montlake. He'll be staying in Edmonds at a friend's house. And be praying for his wife and kids as he's leaving them behind. And he'll join back up with them a little later. And be praying for all of his travels as he's traveling around to different churches and meeting with different people and just sharing about what's going on here in Ukraine and what we've been up to since a year ago, since everything happened. What else is going on? Not much. I'm going to celebrate my birthday on Friday, and I think it's going to be a calm day. I'll probably spend time out in my yard cleaning up and getting some things ready for winter in my yard. A friend of mine is here from Germany, and so I might be with her Friday or Saturday. We've had visiting pastors coming in from different parts of Europe while my pastor is gone, and we are going through the I ams in the Bible, where Jesus is I am the bread of life, and more. So we're delving into those. It's been great. It has been eye-opening, and it's been wonderful. So I am busy with English. I did not go to Svalyava. There just hasn't been any time in the schedule to go to another city. And the Lord actually really put on my heart to try to focus on Mukachevo. And so in October, I am going to be opening up a cafe time where I go to a cafe and I'm there for an hour or so. The people want to come and talk, come and have conversation, maybe a little help with their homework. They can do that. Real Talk English Club is going really well. We have done clothes. We did an introduction lesson. We didn't do restaurant. What else did we do? Today we're going to do travel. and how to get around the city. We did travel last week, just basic information on how to travel, how to get to an airport, how to go to a hotel, that sort of thing. And this day we're going to talk about intercity travel, getting around the city, and they're going to learn how to give directions in English, which actually is really interesting because it coincides a little bit with what we're learning in our Royal Rangers group. Our Royal Rangers kiddos, they're learning how to use a compass, how to give directions using a compass. We just started that, and so we'll be continuing on that as well on Saturdays. That's Sundays after church. And they're enjoying it, and they're answering questions, and we're having different activities that involve compasses. Yes, compasses. And I had to check, am I saying that correctly? And giving directions. So we give them a compass, or we have them put their hand out and say, okay, who is to the north of you? Who is to the south of you? Who is to the west of you? That sort of thing. So they're getting used to that, and soon we'll be going out on trails and using the compass. That'll be fun. My friend Gaia gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, and her name is Miroslava. Mir means peace, and Slava means praise or glory. So peace and glory. I really like that. I like that. So I am officially a grandma. Well, officially, unofficially. Usually you're just a toita, which is an auntie, but we kind of said, no, grandma. So I am Grandma Vanessa. So I have several hats. I'm the English teacher, I am the farmer, and I am grandma. So Miroslava is beautiful, very beautiful, and I've been able to hold her and talk to her and coo at her as you do to babies, and it's just lovely. It's just lovely. Babies are a wonderful addition to the world. So be praying for my friend Gaia and her family as they adjust to having a baby in the house. Her oldest is in third, her youngest, not her oldest. She has 2 children. And the youngest of those 2, she has 3 now, sorry. The youngest of those 2, I think, is in 3rd or 4th grade. And now she has a baby. So there's a big gap between them. But everybody's adapting pretty well. So keep praying for them as they adapt to life of a baby and as babies grow. So that's about it for me from Vanessa's Journeys. And we'll be talking to you later this month. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day. Bye, everybody. Mwah.